Hello and welcome to Thrive's platform demo. As part of your employment services program, you've been given access to Thrive Career Wellness. This is a digital platform that has a number of tools and resources to help you with your job search journey. And today, we will look at all of these features in more detail. So let's get started. When you log in to your Thrive account, the first thing you will see is the dashboard, which will give you an overview of your overall activity and progress. The more you use the platform, the more this will populate. For example, once you start using our job management tool, you'll be able to see how many jobs you've applied to over the past few weeks, the types of jobs you should be applying to next, based on the roles you applied to so far, which lessons you're taking in the Learning Center, and so on. You'll also be able to create your own to-do list here, which can help you stay on track and organized. For instance, if you need to update your resume, you can click on Add a Task, mention the task over here, and save it on your to-do list. So the next time you log into your account, you can simply refer to your to-do list and take it from there instead of starting again from scratch. Once you've completed a task, you can mark it as complete by clicking here. Over here is the menu of all the services that are available to you. You can click on this button here to minimize this menu if you'd like. This can come in handy if you're working with a small screen or have limited space. For now, I'm just going to expand it again. The Resumes feature is a great place to start on Thrive. You have 3 different options to build or upload your resume. The first is the AI Resume Builder. The second option is to upload a resume that you already have and put it into one of the Thrive resume templates. And the third option is to create a resume from scratch by filling in the required fields. Let's get started with the AI Builder here. You'll see that I have a work experience section to fill out to get started. You can enter your information in bullet points, paragraph format, or even use the speech-to-text setting on your phone or computer to speak and have the information added as text within this work experience section. When you're on this AI Resumes page, you can also select the click here for an example text to view a full article on how to create your resume using AI. The AI Resume Builder is also handy because you can enter your experience using informal language, and the Resume Builder will turn it into a formally written resume that you can use to apply to jobs after you have reviewed it. If you do not have any formal job experience, you can enter I don't have any work experience in this section and move to the next one. I'll click Next here to go on to the Education and Skill section of the resume. If you have any official certifications or degrees, you should enter them here. This is also an excellent place to enter skills that you have from previous work experience, life experience, or volunteering. If you're not sure what skills to add, I will be showing the Career Path Explorer tool later on, and this has a great skills database for you to work from. Within the Career Path Explorer, you can find common skills for thousands of roles. The Tell Us About Yourself section is optional, but is a great spot to include any interests, hobbies, awards, or volunteer experience that you may have. And now I'm ready to generate my resume. The AI is working its magic to create my resume. You always need to review your resume that was created with AI to check that all the information is accurate and make any edits as needed. From here, I can click Continue and review my AI-created resume. You'll see here that the AI has created a professional resume for me based on the information I provided. I should read through each part of this resume and make any edits to any information that is incorrect or that I want to change. I can also change the resume template with a click of a button. This is super handy and lets me pick the resume format that I prefer. All of these templates are compatible with applicant tracking systems. This means that if a software system is reviewing my resume, the required information, such as skills, education, and anything else, will be easily pulled out of the resume so that the software can see if I am a good fit for the role. These templates are also helpful for anyone scanning the resume and looking for that key information. I can always go back to the Edit button to add information to my resume and make any changes to the text within my resume. I can go through the different sections to make edits as needed and move my information around. This includes updating my work experience section. Then I can go and review my resume with the latest edits. You'll see here that my resume is currently unpublished. I want to publish this so that employers who are hiring through Thrive can find my resume after looking for someone with my skills in my area. Your information will remain anonymous to employers. When they are browsing through the Thrive system, they cannot see the identifying information with your resume, such as your name, email address, and phone number. If they wish to contact you, they will reach out from the Thrive system, and after you email them back, that will start the next step in the recruitment process. The next step could be to send more information or to join an interview. You want to have a version of this resume on your computer to apply to jobs on company job boards and other popular sites. You can export the resume into a PDF or Word document format. You may already have a resume and want to upload it to the Thrive platform. In this case, click the Upload Resume button and select the relevant resume from your computer. It's important to add your location to your resume for your job search, and so if employers are hiring in your area and searching for candidates on Thrive, you will show up as a match. Click Add Location and then move to Next Step. You can click to review the resume that you just uploaded. When you upload your resume, it will have been turned into one of the Thrive resume templates, and from here, you can also update the name of your resume. Please review the information within your resume. You can still click and select a different template for your resume based on the version you prefer. If there are parts of your resume that you need to change, you can go to the Create Edit area and update these different fields as needed. You'll see here you can move around bullet points, add and delete information. You should make sure to save as you move on to the next section. Then you can go back and review your resume to make sure it's looking correct. Again, you can export this document back to your computer when you need to apply for jobs. Back on the main resumes page, you can click the three dots and you'll see a button to download your original resume. Rest assured that Thrive has saved the original formatting of your resume, and if you prefer to use this format, you're welcome to do so by keeping it on your computer. It's important to store a resume on Thrive to unlock features such as the Skills ID and comparing your resume to a specific job posting. The last resume option on Thrive is creating a resume from scratch. You'll first select a design and then fill out the required fields with your information. Be sure to save as you go and then review the resume in the same way we did with previous versions. If you don't have a resume yet, we definitely recommend starting with the AI Resume Builder. Be sure to publish your resume once it is ready so that employers hiring through Thrive can find your resume. Your location is needed so that your resume appears in search results for employers hiring near that area. Now, once your resume has been finalized, it's also going to be published, which means it's going to be visible to employers and recruiters who are currently hiring within Thrive. Now, they won't be able to view your name or your contact information, just your work experiences, your school background, and your relevant skill sets. The reason for this is to reduce or avoid any biases. If they like what you have to offer, they will contact you directly regarding the next steps, or even to set up an interview. So this is a really wonderful opportunity for you to gain access to more job opportunities, or even grow your professional network. Now, if you don't want to make your resume visible at this time, you can simply go to the Publish button here. Click on Unpublish. This will make your resume only visible to yourself. Coming to the homepage, this is where you can keep track and view all of the resumes that you've been working on so far. And this is where you can also create duplicates from your original resume. And this will come in handy once you start applying to multiple jobs, and you need to tailor your resume to different job postings. In which case, you can simply create a duplicate, make changes to the duplicated version, rename it so that you can differentiate between all the resumes that you have. If you feel that a resume is no longer relevant, you can even delete it to make sure everything is neat and clean. From the multiple resumes that you have, you can also choose which ones to publish and make visible to employers, and which ones to keep unpublished. So you can go to View Resume. For instance, right now, this is unpublished, So you can click here and click on Publish. It is now visible to employers. Now that your resume has been built, or it has been updated, the next step is going to be to identify the jobs that you should be applying to, which is where the Skills ID and Career Path Explorer will come into play. With this feature, you'll need to upload your resume by clicking on Select Resume. You can either upload it directly from your own computer, or if you've been working with the Resume Builder, you can choose directly from the resumes there. Once you upload the resume, this feature is going to analyze your resume and try and identify all of your major skill sets and your strengths in the form of a Skills ID. If you click on Explore Careers, it's then going to give you a list of different job recommendations that align with those skills that you have. So if you're feeling unsure as to what types of jobs you should be applying to, or if you want to try something different and explore what your options are, the Skills ID tool has got you covered. For each of these job recommendations, you're also going to see a skill gap analysis. So this will show you all the skills that you already have, as well as skills that you don't have, but employers are looking for when they're hiring for this role. And there are two ways you can look at this. You can either see this as a chance to gain these new skills by taking courses or doing some training, or maybe you have these skill sets already. They just haven't been mentioned on your resume. In that case, you can use these key skills as more of keywords to make your resume even stronger. If you see a role that you really like, you can also click on Learn More, and you're going to get access to labor market information, such as which companies are hiring right now within your local area. What the job demand for this role is looking like, as in whether the demand for this position is stable, in decline, or growing. And this can help you decide whether it's worth making that switch to a different industry. You'll also be able to see the median salary range here, and this can come in handy when you receive a job offer. You'll know how much room you have for negotiation. You'll also be able to see open job postings within your local area. All of this information is going to come based off of your current geographical location, but if you're willing to relocate, or if you want to see other cities as well, you can search for the city here. Let's say if you want to check out the job market in Calgary, you can put in the city here, and you'll get access to information for that specific city. Now let's say you have a job in mind already. You can also search for it directly in the search bar over here. Let's say Customer Success Manager, and that way you can gain access to all of this information directly rather than having to go through the whole list of search results that we looked at earlier. Now that your resume is up to date, you know what types of jobs you should be applying to. The next step would be to apply to those jobs themselves, which is where you can use our job management tool. With the job search function, you can search for jobs within your industry and your local city. You just need to put in the job title. Let's say Customer Success Manager. For location, let's say Toronto, Ontario. And then the job search feature is going to pull in job postings from a range of different job boards and put them all here in this one place. The benefit of this is you don't have to go to each of these job boards individually to look for jobs. You can simply use our job search feature to get access to these jobs all in one place and save a lot of time. If you want to narrow down your options, you can also apply additional filters, like when the jobs were posted, the type of job, such as whether it's full-time or part-time, the salary range, and so on. From here, if you see a job that you like, you can either save it to come back to later, or you can click on View Details, in which case it's going to take you to the actual job posting itself. And this is where you'll be able to review the full job description and take a look at all the requirements. You'll notice that we have a pop-up over here, and this is our Chrome extension known as Smart Tracker. And what this extension does is it allows you to compare your resume with the job posting in question, and will give you an idea of how good of a fit you are for this job. So let's show you what I mean. You can click on Compare with your resume. From there, you can choose which resume you want to compare it against. It's right now analyzing your resume and will give you a breakdown like this. So it will give you a category score breakdown. So how good of a fit you are in terms of these different categories here. A list of matching keywords as well as a list of suggested keywords. And this is where the Smart Tracker extension comes most in handy. So you can go back, include these suggested keywords, and tailor your resume to the job posting before you actually apply. and increase your chances of getting past the applicant tracking system. The good thing about this Smart Tracker extension is once you've installed it to your Google Chrome browser, it's going to pop up whenever it identifies a job posting. So let's say if you're not on Thrive, you're currently browsing, opportunities are on Indeed or LinkedIn, it's still going to pop up and make you compare your resume to the job posting. Also, if you're not ready to apply to the job posting yet, you want to come back to it later, you can use the Smart Tracker extension to save the job to your job tracker. The job tracker is where you can keep track of all of your job applications. So not just the ones that you saved or applied to, but also the ones you're interviewing with. If you have received a couple of job offers, they can all be right here. And this can help you stay on track and keep things organized, especially once you start applying to multiple jobs. All these tiles here are flexible, so whenever the status of an application changes, you can move them around under the respective column to make sure everything is up to date. For instance, let's say you applied to this job a couple of weeks ago. You've now been called for an interview. You can move this around under the interview column to show that the progress you've made. You can also click on these respective tiles, and you'll be able to get information such as the link to the job posting. Take a look at the job description here. You can also find career insights such as the typical salary range for this position and the skill gap analysis, similar to what you would have seen on the Career Path Explorer. You can also add additional details, for instance, if you have the recruiter or hiring manager's contact information. Or if you know anyone from the company, you can add their information here. If you've done some research on the company and want to include some notes, you can add that here as well. If the job has asked for a cover letter, you can also add your cover letter here and keep track of all the cover letters that you've used in your job applications and see which ones have been more successful than others. Now, if you found a job through a friend, through your network, or even through the internal job board of a company, you can add a job manually by clicking on Add a Job over here. You'll just need to put in some more details like the job title. So let's say Customer Success Specialist. For company, let's say it's from University Health Network. If you have a link to the job posting, great, include that in as well. And this way, you'll be able to keep track of all the job applications that's currently on your radar. Later down the road, if you want to keep a record of all the roles that you applied to, you can even export it as a spreadsheet and save it on your own computer. Now, to support you with the job search process and applications, we encourage you to check out our Learning Center. This is where you can access our online courses and video lessons on different elements of job search. For instance, when you're working on your resume, if you need a quick refresher or suggestions, you can come and check out Course 2, Lesson 1, which strictly focuses on how to build engaging resumes. So you can watch the video here or go through the transcript, whatever is most convenient for you. You can also take a look at the worksheet here. The good thing about these lesson resources is that they are available for download. So if you want to save them on for offline access, you're more than welcome to do so. Similar to this lesson, there are lessons on other areas of job search as well, such as preparing for the job market, developing job search strategies, preparing for any upcoming interviews, and even negotiating job offers and onboarding to your new job. So it's really comprehensive, and all these lessons here are self-paced, so you can pick and choose each lessons as you like, depending on which stage you're in. You can also choose to start from the very first lesson and take it one step at a time by doing one lesson a day. Another resource center that you can check out is our Services Hub. This is where you can access our local and community resources, all of which are divided into different categories to help you narrow down your search. For instance, if you're interested in courses or professional development, you can check out Skills Training and Education, where you'll find a range of different services. If you see a service that's interesting or you'd like to know more, you can click on the tile itself and you'll be able to see a description as to what this is all about. Some of them also come with quick walkthrough videos that you can watch. If you do see a service that you like, add it to your wish list to come back to later. So the next time you log in, You can simply refer to your wish list to see all the items that you've shortlisted so far. If you have any questions about the Thrive platform, or if you need more information, feel free to check out our support page. This is where you can access our frequently asked questions. You can watch our screenshots and any of the walkthrough videos, or get more detailed information about all the Thrive features. Or feel free to send us a message on the live chat here. Our team is very responsive. They'll get back to you in just a couple of minutes. Thank you so much for attending this platform demo. We hope you enjoyed it.